Chelsea, you get our honorary
Chelsea
clap
can do the
today.
clap.
Right in the middle of the table.
Just go like that.
Right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. We're live. We're already in for a doozy,
I thought we were going to have
folks.
to teach Chelsea how to clap.
We're already in
I
for a
had
doozy.
to reach my hands around this microphone. It was a lot.
Welcome back to another edition of Little Talks with Littlefield Agency. As you can already hear, we have our guest speaker, our special guest speaker. Chelsea Clement is back, baby.
It's been almost a year.
It's been like
when was
2
the last
years.
time you?
No,
It's been 2
years.
years. I'm never invited on.
When was the last time you were on?
At least a year, maybe two.
I
It
think
feels
that's
like
false.
so long.
I feel like we've had multiple family members on since she was last on.
I have people ask me all the time what happened to my show.
I don't think that's.
Oh, the old. Yeah. I don't know if that's true.
I don't think people are asking that.
I do. I have fans. I have fans all over the world.
Yeah, maybe all over the northern United States, but that's about it.
So we only asked you on today because of, your dad.
My dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you. Thank you very much
All right.
to my dad. for
So
helping
look,
me
there's
out.
no script today. We're doing it a little bit different.
Yep.
We have one question we're going to cover from Chelsea's father, and it's a
Which is a really good question.
question.
Yeah, we appreciate it, John.
We actually were just going to cover it, and then realized, it would probably be good to have Chelsea on to address it as well.
Who knows
It's been a while.
this topic better than me? No one.
I think a few
don't
people
even
in the
know if she
media
knows the
department
topic.
too, but I don't even know
what we're talking about today.
Before we get into that, though, let's do our we have updates around the agency, and we teased a big one last week with
The wall.
The wall. So if you've been on our social channels yesterday or probably this morning, you've probably seen the wall. And
You're going to see it again on this podcast.
We're going to post it in the podcast, and in the article we'll post the video of the wall being made. But Sam, I was kind of right and kind of wrong about what I thought the wall was.
I think here's the nice thing. I think everyone was in theory right. They had, and I know we did some funny things for social media, but if you asked anyone on the streets, they're like, "Hey, it's going to somehow involve our core values of LFG," and that is true.
And it did.
The big kind of aha surprise, whoa, what is this? Is a goldfish. And
Yeah.
Chelsea, what does a goldfish resemble?
Goldfish have no attention span. I don't know why Sam's laughing at me. I know everything.
I wish we'd recorded before we started recording. It would make more sense.
So walk us through your interpretation of this mural.
So, because goldfish have no attention span, it's like the average person, 7 seconds or less. So, in a world full of goldfish, how do we really blow it out of the water? How do we gain the attention of our customers?
Nice.
She
Okay,
did it.
that's pretty good.
She rallied.
Let's
Question.
go.
See, I know. I'm a know-it-all, okay?
That's awesome. And then it's kind of it's tough to see straight on, but to the right and kind of in the back of the goldfish is a target, and that is what we're targeting each day. So as people walk by this wall, I think about especially our creative teams, right? That wall is right smack dab in front of them.
Most of us face it.
Most of us face. Roop, you really face it.
I face it a lot.
You're having a long day. You're in stuck in thought or whatever. HubSpot world. Everyone's busy, but you look up and it's like, okay, whatever I'm working on, how do I do that differently to where we can capture the attention span? Not the attention span, but just capture our target audience for a second.
Yeah, you got to get around the goldfish to hit the target.
Yeah, cut through the noise. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of good feedback on that. It was fun
fantastic.
yesterday.
Clean Hands.
Clean Hands
Great
Army.
job.
Shout out to Justin Bainey and team. They absolutely killed it. They knocked it out literally over the weekend. I've never been so excited to smell paint fumes walking off the elevator on Monday morning. And usually I'm not excited to smell paint fumes. That's an odd statement. But
quick production note. Brandon is signaling that one of us is hitting the table too hard.
Oh, shoot, it's me.
It's not me.
It's me. I'm really excited about this mural.
Listen, there's a real producer in the house now, so we're going to get notes.
Can we call him Bear? Do you know what that means?
No.
The College Game Day. Bear is the producer, and he's like the most. Brandon's going to be more famous than all of us. Let's be honest.
He is.
He already is.
So anyway, we have that going on in the mural. I'm headed to Vegas this afternoon to be with Ditch Witch for their largest trade show. It happens every 3 years, Con Expo. Super excited to be there, to be representing.
And Brock and Rocco have been out there already.
Dude, they're there they flew in Sunday, and one comes back Friday, one comes back Sunday. Sunday to Sunday in Vegas. That's
wow. That is big time.
So, Chelsea, at the end of this week, what do we have going on? It's one of your favorite days on Friday.
St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. What are the household traditions? Because we actually find them pretty cool.
Yeah. So when we put the boys to bed, we destroy their playroom and we set up little footprints, and it leads to a pot of gold. And what we tell the boys is that the leprechaun came at night and messed their playroom up and left them a pot of gold. So it's something that they get super excited about. We just put little like necklaces and gold coins and toys. And it's one of the best traditions ever. They look forward to it every year, and we look forward to it every year. It's just fun.
That's super cool.
I was saying
I've never heard of that before.
It is super cool, but it blows me away that this is the holiday that you chose to expand on and build this tradition around.
I love St. Patrick's Day.
Are you Irish?
Yes.
Yeah, look at her hair.
Yeah, I'm Irish. Both my parents are. I love St. Patrick's Day. Love a good green beer.
John O'Mash.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's right.
So, yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite days of the year.
Did you think this up, or did your parents do this for you as a child?
They did it for me.
So you're carrying on a tradition. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and Easton has
literally
been talking about it all week. He tells all of his friends the leprechaun's coming, and he had the idea to capture the leprechaun this year.
Right.
And we told him he could not do that because it would just not be good. He doesn't love the idea of his playroom being messed up, but for the gold, he'll take it.
But I have a question. Did you ever set leprechaun traps as a kid? We did that in kindergarten, and like you set your trap, and then you're hoping to catch the leprechaun.
I didn't, because I wanted the pot of gold. It's very serious.
But can he try to catch the leprechaun?
No, I won't let him do it.
Do you think they stay up at night, like hoping to catch, like?
Oh yeah, how's the sleeping like? Is he so excited?
No,
it's like
he
Christmas
gets so
morning,
excited.
Right?
He goes to bed because he gets to wake up and follow the footprints.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is pretty neat.
Well done.
It's fun.
Yeah, so a reminder, wear your green on Friday. Julie Swab literally has an entire green outfit.
Her outfit is killer.
And then Reynolds, Taylor Armstrong, and Taylor Bartley were talking to me yesterday, and the goal is for everyone to wrap up their week by around noon on Friday. And most of the agency that is here in Tulsa is going to go to Cherry Street.
McNally's throws a big St. Patrick's Day.
McNally's and Kilkenny's.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm pounding the table again. Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, he nodded. He said you were.
So sorry.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. That's a Friday. Today is actually a holiday too, Sam.
Oh, what's today?
Walking in, Natasha said, "Hey, do you think you could ask Sam if we get to celebrate Pie Day?"
Pie Day.
It's Pie Day?
And I said, "Oh, like what?"
What? Eat some pie.
I told Tosh to go, what's it called? Empire is having $3.14 pie slices.
Oh, really?
All day.
Okay. Well, she was talking to me about a peanut butter and chocolate pie or something.
Okay, I'm totally here for that. I want
pizza.
all the pie.
Pizza's what I thought too.
I want pie.
Yeah.
Give it all.
See, it's good living this week. I love it.
It's a lot. It's a big eating week.
Okay, well, before I have to jump on a flight, let's talk about our one.
Oh, yeah.
Is this called a digital trend? I think it is.
Yeah. Well, it's an anti-digital trend, but it's
very relevant.
I think it's going to spill into digital.
So, shout out to Chelsea's dad, John Mosh. He's up in Madison, Wisconsin. He's vice president for Viridian Homes, handles sales and marketing. And he shot me a text 2 weeks ago after listening to our podcast. Thank you, given that your daughter does not listen.
I do.
And okay,
I really do.
What was last week's topic?
Chat GPT.
Oh my God.
Reasonable guess.
Anyway, we digress. That's a fair guess, but wrong. So, John's question was the role of print, magazines, newspaper. Is that still relevant in today's digital age? Is there a play for that in your media strategy, whether you're a B2B company or a B2C company? And so we thought we'd bring Chelsea on to answer or just kind of provide her point of view, given her clients and their strategy. What is the role of print?
And is this the first she's hearing of the topic, or did we preview it?
I think we kind of teased it, but kind of
they
won't
don't
remember.
tell me anything.
We don't tell
I have
her much.
no idea.
Okay.
But
so she's going to go rogue.
Yeah.
So as always, this is a really good question, and it's something clients have been asking for years. We've seen a lot of change in print with the rise of digital. We've seen publications go totally digital. We've seen publications get smaller. Some have completely folded. So there is a lot of concern around print, and is it worth the advertising dollars now? But it isn't dead. It does have a play in your marketing mix. It's something that, depending on your industry and demographic, it can make a lot of sense. For older audiences, I mean, Can we delete this part?
We do not edit. It's okay. Infamously, we do not
I hate to say older audiences only. So it's
keep going.
Certain audiences, such as older audiences, is the proper way to say it.
Very nice.
It can make a lot of sense. Newspaper specifically. Oh, goodness. I'm not talking close enough to the microphone.
No, Brandon's indicating
it makes me feel claustrophobic.
Okay.
So audiences such as older audiences, it can make a lot of sense. We see newspaper especially trending towards a much older audience.
Yep.
And so that can make sense depending on who you're trying to reach. But it's something that when we go plan every single year for our clients, we are definitely considering print in the mix. We're considering it with everything else, with digital, with social, with all sorts of video tactics and TV. But it's really just going to depend at the end of the day, what demographic are we trying to reach? What industry are you in? And that will guide us to deciding if we are going to add print to the mix.
It's a great point. I like your word mix. It's a very important point in the sense of there's a lot going on. And then I look at, the marketing funnel, right?
Yeah.
When someone sees a Grasshopper print ad or a Viridian Home print ad, no matter where it is, what publication it's in, they're probably not going to immediately go and purchase said equipment or go and buy a home, right? It's an awareness.
I was going to say it's probably a huge awareness play, and it's not that it's ineffective, because it can be effective there. It's just not as measurable.
And it's not as measurable,
but it still has a place.
And I look at it, and I don't know, Chelsea, in your thought, whether you're a current Grasshopper owner or have not purchased equipment, it's an affirmation to the current owners, right? Oh, yep, there's my Grasshopper. I love that company and I love everything. And you got to keep in mind, to your point about the goldfish earlier, these people are flipping through. Very few people are reading editorial content in print. They are reading, but they're looking at that one-page print ad, and it's quick, man.
It is. One thing that I appreciate about print now is everything is digital, so it is becoming really crowded in the digital space.
Very
and
true.
So print can be a nice physical reminder, something that you're holding on to, and it's the feel, kind of has that smell.
The touch, the texture.
It does. It has all of that, which you're not going to get with digital. So it is something I appreciate with print still, and it's just kind of nice. You can scroll through your phone all day, but you're not going to get that feeling.
Ironically, most print ads include some QR code or a website link back to
Good
digital,
point.
though. So they often work together,
they do.
in that way. And I'm trying to think, is there often a case where you're on a website or some digital ad or component and it sends you something print? Not too often. So I would say that the big funnel here, everything does kind of still lead to digital, more so than ever, in fact. But print's still out there kind of doing some of that work, pushing folks there.
Real quick before I make a point, can you talk to us about the smell? Is it nostalgia?
Is that weird? I know.
Is it that foot smell here that we were talking about?
Oh my gosh, I'm weird about smells. Brandon's giving me a look. I am too far from my microphone again. It has this smell, like a new car smell to me. Like, I love picking up a magazine.
You sniff them?
No, it's just when you pick it up and you start flipping through it, it naturally has this scent, and it's nice.
So I got in trouble before the podcast. Okay, real quick. I think the room sometimes smells like feet. It has for a while.
He's saying the podcast studio.
The podcast studio, right?
He's talking about himself.
No, I'm not.
Yep.
So I brought in an air freshener I had at my desk this morning.
And I'm sick to my stomach.
Chelsea couldn't stand it, and then I got a whole
fragrances going on.
I got a whole thing about how it's bad for me to smell things.
So bad. Fragrance
but then you just tell me you're smelling magazine ink.
Ever. That is different. It's not like I'm rubbing it on me and like
I wasn't rubbing it
to smell like a print
rubbing it on
magazine. I mean,
does that work?
I don't know. I've never tried it. Okay.
Why did you bring up rubbing?
I'm just saying,
you scratch it and sniff it. Is how it works?
I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, but I don't know.
Boy, that's not a bad idea.
Scratch and sniff. Yeah. When I worked at Walmart, I was in charge of all the print junk mail that happened a lot. Well, I went at all of it, but I did a lot of print and junk mail, and it was a constant battle. It's called the fifth ink when you're doing a shiny thing or a metallic thing or a scratch and sniff. And every project that I had come through was like, can we do a scratch and sniff on this? And they finally, the week I was about to leave the company, let me do one, and it was for college students. It was a pamphlet. and I had dirty sock smells, and I had it was college
kids.
What's
going on with you and feet?
Yeah.
Maybe it is me.
I think it is you, dude.
Yeah, Roop learned today.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
That fragrance is bad for you. So if you didn't know that already, please take that away from us today. Fragrance is terrible for you. It is one of the worst things for your body.
However, though, I have a question because this does bring back some good memories now that you're bringing up smells. Like, you'd be going through whatever magazine as a kid, and I'd go immediately to the different perfume and colognes.
Calvin
Klein.
And you'd rub it on you.
Oh, heck
That's
yeah.
why I said that. But I don't think that is a thing anymore.
Good
I do miss those days, though, because those were the first things I'd go to.
It was nice.
Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I specifically remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's an interesting thought. See, look at that.
And that's
rubbing and smelling has paid off.
It's a thing.
And that is something you can't do in digital.
And it's
you can't.
Well, and one more point I want to make, John, is when I joined the agency 7 years ago, there were a few clients that I worked on, their print to digital split was 50-50. Mm-hmm. That was 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. And here we are, and a lot of them are 85% digital, 15%. Mm-hmm. So there's been a massive shift towards digital. But we still see the importance. One thing, let's be honest, publications, especially in the B2B world, they appreciate the support, and it creates other editorial opportunities, digital sponsor. There's a lot of, again, I don't want to call it politics, but kind of is, right?
Yeah, and I think they package a lot of those things together.
They do,
right? So
yeah.
You don't just buy.
Or hey, we've got some open space.
You're getting both.
Hey, Trent and Mike, we want to feature you guys in to highlight a story for lawn and landscape, whatever it may be. But there's some benefit there. But again, it's very much an awareness play. But we don't hate it.
Yeah.
Especially with rubbing and smelling.
Like you said, it's not as dominant anymore in the plans that we create, but it is important. It's an important piece to have in your overall marketing mix.
Very nice, Chels. That was great.
That's all I got. What else do you want to talk about?
Do you have any surprise? Good. Do you have any surprise topics or anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to get off your chest?
I don't really have anything that is appropriate, so I don't think.
Wow. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, no, things are good. Everything's great.
Family's good?
Yeah, they're great. We got to get
clients
back
are great.
On. Clients are awesome.
Yeah, we got to get
Mike's coming in Thursday.
Mike's coming on Thursday. Shout out to Mike.
Thursday.
Grasshopper Mike,
fun, as always.
Dude, that'll be he's
day.
Coming around at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Got a big lunch planned?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Elgin Park for March Madness.
Oh, that's awesome.
So fun.
Oh, that's
crazy. Have some pizza.
They have a lot of TVs there.
Some pie.
Yeah, watch some basketball.
No, that's great. I love that.
Filled out a couple brackets, crushing it.
Oh my gosh.
I have no words. So, John, this one was for you, dedicated to you. I don't think we've really dedicated an episode to, and by the way, thank you to our listeners out there. If you have certain questions that are top of mind, shoot us a comment, shoot us a note.
Yeah, I'd rather
text, email, carrier pigeon, maybe a handwritten note.
Oh,
that would be nice.
That'd be kind of nice.
But hey, Dad, you can also just call me anytime you want to talk about these things. I can also just answer it via phone call. But thanks for having me on, guys, because
nice
it will probably be at least another year.
Well, we've asked almost every other week for a year.
I would like to.
I don't believe that's true.
It is at least once a month.
Yeah.
No.
And then you usually say, I'm too busy or it doesn't work in my schedule.
I am very busy, so
we
makes sense.
We had to lie and make up a topic that your dad sent in to get you on. That would have been smart.
That would have been really smart. You know what? I just got a text from him. Next week, see you then.
Back again.
Okay, guys. Well, it is, for a lot of people in the Midwest, spring break week. If you are out and about, we wish you safe travels. Enjoy Pi Day. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Chelsea, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Yeah. Oh, we're waving. Oops.
Hey, there's cameras now. You want to see the cameras?
You're still on. You want to wave?
Oh, no.
Maybe like a.
I was going to read it.